Alrighty,
Here we are.
yet again.
Welcome back to Quiet in
the
Back.
Shh.
Be quiet in the back.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I'm your host, Patrick William,
And I'm Austin Jenny.
and we have watched a fantastic film tonight.
Yeah, super good.
It
Classic.
was maybe, I don't really know the history, but was it the first film Tarantino wrote?
I have not a clue, but I know it's early for him, for sure.
It's early Tarantino. We're talking True Romance.
Yes, it was romantic, I guess.
It was not directed by Tarantino, just written.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
It clearly, 6 times.
It's obviously Tarantino's work.
Yes, there's some stuff that comes into play that I imagine he really wanted.
It also features some actors that he works with in Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Because this movie was 92.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs was 92.
Oh, wow. So,
And Pulp Fiction was 94. So these actors are in rotation. But it's Eddie Nice Guy from Reservoir Dogs is a cop in this movie. And I feel like there was someone else.
it's Samuel was in it. But
Samuel Jackson's in it.
yeah. Brad Pitt was in it. I mean, yeah, it's definitely some of his rotators for sure.
This cast is stacked.
Yeah.
You got Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, Christian Slater,
what's her name?
Patricia Arquette,
Val Kilmer's in this.
Samuel Jackson, Brad Pitt,
Star-studded cast.
James Gandolfini. It's incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
It's huge. It's like a who's gonna be who of Hollywood for the 90s.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, fuck. All of those people are huge.
Yeah.
All of them.
Love this movie. It is a love story.
Yeah. A pretty demented love story, to say the least. But yes,
it is a crime story.
Yeah, for sure.
Sort of a crime caper, cool crime type of movie.
Yeah, it's sleek.
It's got that cinema du look. Luc Besson style, style over substance.
Yeah,
type of movie.
Flashy, big action sequences, ridiculous action sequences,
Stupid amounts of bullets flying through the room.
Oh my god, guns,
feathers, cocaine.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just drugs, gangsters, Cadillacs,
wrapped in a love story.
Oh, and we didn't mention that Gary Oldman is also in this movie.
Yeah.
And plays one of my all-time favorite Gary Oldman characters.
Drexel.
You must have thought it was White Boy Day. Is it White Boy Day? No, it ain't White Boy Day.
Nah, it ain't White Boy Day.
He plays a white, dreaded pimp who talks black and kills Samuel Jackson.
Yes, he does. For no
shotgun.
reason, apparently. Well, I mean, I guess for coke, but yeah.
Yeah, he's just killing a coke dealer.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
Yeah, seriously, a scumbag. You know what really surprised me that they're talking about? About not eating pussy.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
Dude, you watch enough movies from the 80s, 90s, that was actually really common.
Really? Well, yeah.
The idea that you wouldn't eat pussy is very common before the 2000s.
That's some basic shit, bro.
It is. It's definitely it has to do with masculinity.
Yeah.
Right? And not, if you're going down on someone, that means you're
down.
You're below them, right? But also it's probably I don't know, was hygiene different back then?
I mean, to an extent, not that different.
Was there different grooming standards?
I mean, if the problem was just hair, that's called grow up. No, no, it's grow up. It don't matter.
Or find you someone that doesn't make you grow up.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. No, I know in Jamaican culture there's a large stigma about it. I was wondering if that's what they were trying to tie in with that
with the dreads and shit,
for sure. But nonetheless, we can get off pussy.
Hey man, we didn't put it in the movie.
Hey, true.
I'm watching the movie. We're responding to it. This is life.
Hard hitting questions.
Yeah, I just want to know. But yeah, the guy, he's not into eating pussy, and but Samuel Jackson is. He's like, I eat the pussy, I eat the butt, I eat the whole thing. He's like, if you're not eating pussy, you fucking lying. Yeah. I don't care who you are.
No, I like that. Yeah. I like Samuel.
He came in telling it like it is, then he died.
Yes. Yeah, shame.
Yeah. Let's start at the beginning, though.
Yep, true. Romance.
Truly romantic.
Is it?
I can't tell yet if I want to start with the plot or start by roasting Hans Zimmer for this fucking soundtrack.
I think we should get that out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way, right?
Bro.
Worst part of this movie, and this is a great movie, but the one detracting aspect is the music.
Yeah. It's seriously ruining the score for me.
It's bad.
My overall score of this movie, no music, solid 9. With music, 7.
Yeah,
dude,
it's like a
straight
2-point subtraction.
It is.
Okay, so why is it a problem? The movie is a gritty action thriller, like violent crime caper. It's cool dialogue. It's sexy action sequences. Yeah. It's drugs,
it's heartfelt
guns.
A lot of times.
Yeah, there's like real shit being said.
And then you just hear creeping in marimba music.
It's like African island music. It's like Sebastian's song from Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Under the sea. Take it from me. It's that vibe. Like,
the father is talking to the son in this movie at one point, and like they're standing on a railroad track, and it's dark and dreary.
It's cold. They're like shivering.
They're having like a serious conversation about like him killing people, and like
he's gonna go to the cops and look into the investigation.
And you're just
what's happening with these vibes?
So confusing.
It's so wrong.
It really is.
I really think what happened is Hans Zimmer phoned it in. I think he never read the whole script.
Yeah.
I don't think he made the music. You know, sometimes when people score movies, they do it to the movie.
Yeah.
Right? They're like watching the scene and they're scoring.
How do they not do
and they're
that all
creating.
the time?
But sometimes the composer types, they just make the music like and then they just hand it off and the studio like places it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think they hired Hans Zimmer. And Hans Zimmer just literally read the name of the movie.
Romance.
And they told him it's a love story. And he came up with like some sappy, romantic, upbeat music.
It is seriously aggravating.
And they probably paid him like a lot of money because he's a big name composer. And they're like, we can't not use the music. And they just fucking went with it and put it in. And it's just one of those Hollywood scenarios where you just bite the bullet. And it didn't all come together.
It really detracts.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer.
What the fuck?
It might be your worst job.
Oh, yeah.
It might be his worst turn-in.
I've never heard anything like that from him.
No, it's not even the kind of music he usually makes.
It's not at all.
He does like orchestral string stuff.
It makes me think that it wasn't his decision. Like I don't know.
Maybe Hans Zimmer passed the project off to his assistant.
Like, you phone this one in. This is extra dumb.
He's like, you look like a mess. It's actually disgusting.
It's actually disgusting. And please never talk to me again.
Okay.
Fuck.
So bad music.
Yeah.
It's not that the music's objectively bad in all cases. It's ill-fitting music.
It's never, like almost never, that I think this song matches once.
There's one
time
during the monologue with Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
They have some sort of famous classical song, like opera song, and it's very dramatic and it works.
Yeah.
Everything else, wrong. It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, get that off my fucking chest. Jesus. Yeah, so what? This movie opens with a man at a bar, right?
At a diner.
Or a diner, yeah.
And he is talking to a lady of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably she is presenting as
a
prostitute.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't think she's just like interested in him. He's like...
trying.
He's soliciting. But she's sitting with him at a diner. And he's just nerding out. This guy's a complete nerd.
Definitely. Kung fu movies.
He's nerding about Elvis.
Yeah.
How cool Elvis was.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he invites her, he asks her out on a date to go see not one, not two, but three feature-length kung fu movies. Sonny Chiba triple feature.
That's so crazy to ask anyone to go do.
Insane. One movie is long enough.
Yes.
3 is...
You ever been to a triple feature?
No.
Ooh, that last one gets rough, man.
The most I've seen is 2.
Yeah, no, me and my dad went to all 3 Batmans when the third one released.
Those were long movies, too.
Yeah, dog. It was like 12 straight hours of movies. It was a lot.
God.
Yeah. Yep.
She says no.
No, obviously.
She's not interested.
Why would anyone be interested?
She like laughs him away and just like leaves.
Yeah.
So this guy is clearly just Quentin Tarantino, like fantasizing about getting a date.
Yeah. And going to see 3
Yeah.
kung fu movies.
It's just Tarantino writing his perfect first date, being gushing about Elvis, and then going and seeing a triple feature Sonny Chiba flick with a super hot film nerd girl who's like inexplicably into him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to happen, buddy.
Tarantino, you don't look like Christian Slater, bruv. Sorry.
Bruv.
Bruv. He goes to the movie alone.
Yep. He's sitting there. He's eating his popcorn.
And a beautiful woman walks in, beelines it right for him, dumps her popcorn all over him.
All over him. It's like clearly on purpose, too.
Yeah, she's just trying to get to him, and then she starts asking questions, sits right next to him. She's very touchy. And afterwards, they have a great time, and they go out to get pie, and it's very flirty. It's going too well.
For sure. It's too good to be true.
And he takes her back to where he works, which is a comic book shop. Shows off his number one. Do you want to see the number one Spider-Man issue?
number 1, bro?
Come on.
No, dude.
Nerd. But she does.
Yeah.
She's into him, and they go back to his place eventually and make sweet, passionate love.
Yeah.
With that fucking music.
With that fucking music, dude. Yeah, exactly. Oh, but yeah, she gets pretty upset afterwards that he falls asleep after the sweet, passionate lovemaking.
Sexual, sexy times.
Yeah, sexy times. And she goes out and sits on his like billboard window bullshit seal.
His
thing.
apartment is like directly connected to like a catwalk that connects to a billboard.
Yeah.
And he can go out and like sit on the billboard and smoke cigarettes. Very cool.
That is pretty cool.
I would start smoking cigarettes if I could do that.
Yeah, dude. If I could smoke in theaters again and fucking go outside.
Yeah, they're smoking in the theater too.
Oh, the good old days before goddamn Bush.
Back when it wasn't literally illegal to portray smoking as something that's cool in movies.
Yeah. Is that like really?
You like really can't do that anymore.
Oh, people do. No? I guess that's just all old movies.
Yeah, it's all old movies.
Huh.
You're not allowed to like... I think it's based on the rating too, but like you're not allowed to portray smoking as like a cool, positive thing. Like the way they used to do like... what's his name? James Dean. Used to put his foot up, lean against the wall with his leather jacket.
Oh, yeah.
What have you been into? You can't do that anymore. It has to be like portrayed as a vice. You can still smoke in movies, but it's not positive.
That's lame. Smoking's cool as fuck.
Remember, kids,
always smoke.
Start today. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time to start smoking is now.
This is a great time to announce our Quiet in the Back cigarette line.
And tobacco pouch dipping. Dip in the back.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
No, but she's upset.
Yes, for sure.
And it's because she has something to confess. She hasn't been totally straight with him.
Yeah. He comes out there.
He's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
She's like, nothing. And she has to admit she's a call girl. She was paid to meet him at that theater.
By his comic book owner boss.
The boss, the owner of the store.
Thinks he's that boring.
He's so pathetic and nerdy. And he knows he goes out to the movies every birthday. So he buys him a hooker. And she goes on a great date with him and has sex with him for money. But the twist is she actually really likes him.
Yeah.
And that's why she feels so guilty. And she's like basically saying, look, I've only been doing this call girl thing for 3 days.
Yeah.
This is day 4. And I hate it. And I actually really liked our date.
In fact, I love you.
And she's like, I love you.
Yeah, which is so
She's like, and if I'm with somebody, I'm
with them.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm monogamous, and I want to quit, and I just want to be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he blows right past it. He's super into her.
Yeah.
Loves her too.
Yeah, he's so down, which is also so crazy.
They get married the next day,
Yeah.
and they get tattoos of each other's names on their butts that day. It's 0 to 100 like that.
It's true romance.
It's a true romance.
It ruined the movie.
Hans!
Mustard. Fuck.
So
Christ.
he finds out that her pimp is a real scumbag.
Yeah, Drexel.
Drexel, played by Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
White, blonde,
Scars.
dreads, fake eye, like a dead eye.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like an eye
Something
implant.
like that, dude. Like
It's like a
cataracts or something.
gray eye.
Yeah. It's
creepy.
Yeah, makes him look like a badass. Well, not necessarily a badass.
Makes him look like a scumbag.
Scumbag. Yeah, scary.
Kind of like a pirate's eye.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's got a piratey vibe.
Yeah.
Like the
Hey, man.
Bumbleclat.
Boom,
It must be white boy day.
Not your day.
Is it white boy day? So our main character, Clarence, he can't let it go that this guy Drexel breathes the same air as him.
Yeah, Elvis is giving him doubts.
He's in the bathroom talking to his subconscious, which is taking the form of Elvis.
Yes.
He's like, Clarence, I love you, man. Always will. Always have.
Always have, mama.
He's like, you're going to let this guy breathe the same air as you? I'd go and kill him.
That haunting you?
You being haunted by this man. Come on. So Elvis tells him to go kill the pimp because the cops won't follow him. They'll be happy that he's off the streets.
Yeah.
That's how he rationalizes it.
Yeah, he's probably not wrong.
I'd say he's right.
Yeah.
It's actually like what happens.
Yeah,
in
totally.
In the movie.
Yeah.
The cops never pursue after that. They're just write it off as a gang thing.
He's a scumbag. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. The problem is he leaves his ID at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, so he goes to Drexel's place, and he's looking kind of for a fight. I don't know. He really just wants to just be done with it. I don't think he was gonna go kill him.
He went there with the open-mindedness to murder.
Yes. Yeah.
Required to commit a murder. He had a weapon. He was willing to use it. I don't think he necessarily wanted to use it.
Yeah, I feel like if Drexel would have just been like, yeah, whatever, take her.
Yeah,
it probably
exactly. He tried to end it verbally at first, but he was not nice about it.
Yeah.
He pushed Drexel. He goes in.
He does.
And they do this interrogation with each other where Drexel's he has this lamp and he's shining the lamp up in his face.
Throwing it at him.
He's like, I already know everything about you, man. He's like, you've been in here. I offered you egg rolls.
You could have sat down. I thought you were a big, scary guy.
His titties on the TV. You ain't even looked once. You've been clocking me the whole time.
Oh, it's very good.
It's a great scene.
Yeah.
Very tense. There's techno music playing, which I actually really enjoy in that scene.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They're at the party.
It heightens the sense of tension. I guess.
Yeah, totally.
But Clarence gives him an envelope, and he's like, in that envelope is a sum of money, and that's for my peace of mind, for you to stop any relationship with Alabama. Is over now. That's what my peace of mind is worth. Nothing more.
Nothing less. Not a cent more.
Not a cent more.
Yeah.
And he opens it and there's nothing in the envelope.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tarantino has a knack for those sort of smooth criminal
For sure.
interactions.
Yeah. Then it gets a little hectic.
Yeah, they fight.
Yeah, he jumps across the table. He like springs himself off the couch, Drexel does, and like tackles him and just starts going crazy.
And his big bodyguard's involved. It's a 2-on-1 against Clarence.
Yeah.
And they kick his ass. He holds his own at first, but they do kick his ass. He's losing the fight. He's down on the ground. Drexel's on top of him.
Yeah, grabs his fucking ID out of his wallet. And hands it to his bodyguard. Look at this, blah, blah, blah.
He ups the ante when he tells his bodyguard, he gets the address. He's like, go over there, get Alabama, bring her back.
That's not what Clarence is going to allow.
Clarence is not going to allow you to hurt his true romance.
Yeah, starts blasting. Dude, he pulled out his gun and starts blasting.
Then I pulled out my gun. Yeah, he shot Drexel's dick off.
Yeah, he did.
That's the hit, right on the dick.
Yep.
And then he shoots the bodyguard, and he grabs Alabama's suitcase. He thinks. And he goes back and tells Alabama, I just killed Drexel.
She starts crying, dude. And
he's all upset. He's like, what? You care about him more than me? Like, it was me or him.
No, baby. I'm crying because that was so romantic.
That was the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for me.
That's the craziest shit ever, dude.
She's so into it because he put his life on the line for
her. Bad.
Toxic relationship.
And then they open that suitcase, and it happens to be approximately probably like 12 kilos of cocaine. Yeah. Something like that.
It's not her clothes.
No.
It's Drexel's coke.
Yeah.
Which he stole from Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, so really it's not even fucking Drexel or that guy, Blue Lou.
It's
whatever.
Big Blue Lou. Yeah. He's an Italian mafia boss. It's his coke that is passing through Drexel.
Because Drexel stole it for him,
Yeah. So we have a conundrum.
Ain't got no coke.
Got a lot of coke.
$500,000 worth of coke.
They estimate it's worth $500,000.
It's worth so much more.
They're willing to get rid of it for $200,000.
Yeah.
And they basically decide we're going to drive to L.A. First, we're going to pop on over to my dad's place because he's a former cop, and we're going to have him just ask some questions.
Yeah, some feelers out there.
Make sure that nobody is onto them, and take it from there. They want to go out to L.A. He knows one of his friends is trying to be an actor out there. Probably knows some producers, maybe some coke heads. And they're going to like sort of talk up the ladder and get this.
Sell their coke.
Yeah, get this $500,000 of coke moved.
Yeah, so what?
Simple plan.
Simple plan. So their dad sends them on their way and all that. And that's the next scene we get is the walk-ins.
Yeah, so his dad is Dennis Hopper, played by Dennis Hopper. He's kind of like an Irish cop.
Yeah, ex-cop. But
yeah, he's like a security guard now, but he's like the Irish cop guy. Like, I don't know, white boy, almost has like a Boston feel. Like
definitely has
that
Boston
racist
feel,
Irish cop, like purebred Irish cop, you know, that kind of vibe. And then Christopher Walken is playing the affiliate of Big Lou.
Yeah, the Sicilian affiliate.
Yeah, he's a Sicilian gangster. And so you have an Italian guy and an Irish guy.
Yeah.
Both notoriously racist groups at that time.
Yeah, we get quite a scene.
This is a hard scene for two melanin deficient individuals to describe. Really, there's a lot of N-bombs.
So many.
A lot of N-bombs.
So many. It's crazy.
We're not going to say it.
No,
but
obviously.
We'll describe the scene because it's an important scene and it's incredible.
It is an incredible
truly
scene,
like the dialogue, the writing, it's fantastic if you can just get past all the N-bombs and just contextualize it as understanding that this is 1992. These are two racist characters that are gonna say the N-word to each other.
Yeah, for sure.
So you just accept that part of the scene and it's pretty incredible.
It is. We could might even be able to put it up.
You got me in a vendetta kind of mood.
Basically, you got the Sicilian gangster. He comes in. He's like, consider me that. He's like the angel of death. Like, you got me in a vendetta kind of mood. I'm going to inflict pain on you. He like punches him in the face.
On your
He's like,
family.
He's like, it smarts, doesn't it? Fucks you up. Your eyes start watering. It's like, that's the best it's going to get for you. I got nothing better to offer you. It's like,
God damn.
it's so good. He's
It
like
is.
threatening this guy. And he's like, so tell me, where is your son? Little fuckhead. And, he lies to him.
Yeah.
I didn't get that information. I don't know where
Yeah.
he's going. And then he goes into this whole diatribe about how Sicilians are the best liars in the world.
Yeah, he knows every little give. All 17 that man has.
We got 17 micro expressions.
Yeah, women have 20s.
Men have 17. What are you going to do? He's like, my father was one of the best Sicilian liars in the world.
World champion liar.
I know everything I learned from him. I'm the best Sicilian lie detector in New York.
Dude, and Dan Hopper's response is just, it's crazy. Man, he fucking asks for a cigarette and he just starts getting in like a good mood. Really?
So what's happening in this scene really is,
It's just a fuck you.
well, it is, but it's happening because he's accepted that he's not leaving this room alive.
Yep.
He's going to die.
Yeah.
He knows that about these people, that they are going to kill him when they're done with this information.
Yep. And so he's going to say the worst.
He decides to antagonize them instead of give them anything. And after this Sicilian guy makes this whole thing about how he can tell if you're lying, Dennis tests him. And he's like smoking his cigarette. Again, very cool.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Sicilian. He's like, Sicilians got black blood in them.
He goes going to like this whole spiel about the history.
It's a fact. Historical. I
Look
read
it
a
up.
lot of history. The Moors, the black.
They invaded.
Every time I say the word black, understand he's saying the N-word in
Yeah.
these scenes.
Yes, he is.
And every time he says it, it like elevates the tension with these racist Italians. They cannot believe that he has the audacity to call them half black or part black or whatever. He's insulting their genetic makeup. And he's like, the Moors invaded Sicily in the 1400s. Look it up. It's true.
Look it up. That means your great-great-great-grandmother
Was fucking a black.
It's like, that's like,
He's like, you got black blood running through you. It's like, that's why you got dark hair and olive skin.
oh shit, dude, it's crazy.
And Christopher Walken is like laughing.
Yeah.
He's like so entertained by this, genuinely.
Yeah.
But he's shocked as well. He can't believe the balls on this guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, he really.
He's like looking him up. He's like, you got black blood running through your heart, through your guinea heart. And it's like, he's going so hard on these guys.
Yep, he sure is.
And they have a good laugh.
They do.
At the end of it, he's like, now tell me, am I lying?
Christopher Walken just does it. He's just laughing.
He like puts his hands on his
Yeah.
cheeks, like kisses him on both
Yep.
sides. He's like, I love this guy. He's
Yeah.
like, oh. And then he shoots him like 3 times in the skull.
Yeah, and then also a couple more while he's on the ground.
He's like, I haven't had to kill someone since 1984.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was probably my favorite scene.
Me too. It's up there with the Drexel scene for me, with like the
Yep.
throwing of the lamp.
That and then the eating the egg roll thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that.
The Drexel scene is cool because they're playing with the actual lighting source of the scene too.
Yeah.
Not all of the lighting of the scene, but a big chunk of it is coming from this cool light fixture that's hanging from the ceiling. It's like a wide hanging lamp with like tassels. And he keeps like tilting it up, and the light is like changing in the room, and then he keeps like pushing it and it's swinging.
Yeah.
And it's moving the shadows around, and it's just a really cool
Excellent
example
idea.
of directing and
Yeah.
just creative camera work. And
Yeah. Like, do you think they wrote that into the script? It's like,
it's hard to tell if like Tarantino's responsible for that or if that's like the director's choice.
yeah.
I
It
think
feels
the director
Tarantino.
is Tony Scott. Is that right?
I didn't look.
I think it was Tony Scott. But yes, someone is responsible for it, and I want to give you the quiet in the back. Congratulations. We're going to ring the marimbas for you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Those two scenes, they both happen within like the first half hour, 40 minutes of the movie. And it's a strong start.
Absolutely. After that, it does take a bit of a lull, but I mean, it makes sense. It's just character development, you know?
Yeah, you got to get through some things
Definitely.
at this point to like make the story
so,
move forward.
So like they go to LA and they start they meet Dick and Floyd.
Richard. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
they call him Dick.
Yeah, Dick Richie.
Dick and Floyd.
Yeah.
They're roommates. One is a complete stoner played by Brad Pitt.
This is the wildest Brad Pitt role I've ever seen in my life.
It might be the best Brad Pitt role.
I'll put it right above Fight Club. You know?
I'll put it right up there with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
He's
right next to Ocean's 11
lines, dude, and they're all just like, yeah.
He's always like, yeah, man, whatever. He's just sitting on the couch, like ripping a bong, and
just so stoned.
Gangsters are coming in with shotguns. They're like, "Have you seen Clarence?" He's like, I have seen Clarence.
No fear whatsoever.
He's
which was
always
awesome.
ratting out Clarence.
Yeah.
Both times he sends the gangsters right to him.
Well, what are you gonna do?
He doesn't understand what's happening.
No, not at all. I don't even think he thinks that Clarence is in danger. He's just like, yeah, Clarence is over there.
He looks up to the Italian gangster. He's like, "You want to hit this bong, man?" And the guy's like, He's like, "Oh." It's so good.
Well, yeah, they meet them and go settle in the hotel for a little while. Everything's going moderately good. They're setting up how to sell the coke to some Hollywood producer.
Yeah, trying to convince him. He's like, "You got to have connections," and the guy doesn't know. He's like, "I don't know guys that need $200,000 more worth of coke.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy." He's like, finally, he's like, "Okay, I know one guy. He's not big, but he has a lot of money. He's a movie producer. Maybe he wants to buy it."
He does want to buy it.
And
for sure.
There's a couple funny scenes that are sort of like Hollywood Insider humor. It's like it's very Get Shorty. When we get to Get Shorty, you'll see what I mean. It's very like Hollywood producer humor. Like you have to be a part of that scene to like be able to write those scenes.
For sure.
But it's like Hollywood producers driving fast cars, doing too much coke.
Yeah.
And the way they talk to each other is just very funny and rude.
Absolutely disgusting.
He's like, "You look like shit." It's actually disgusting. That's his boss. The one guy is just eating shit the whole time.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, I hate that guy.
Very funny.
He's a fucking rat, bro.
There's a scene where the assistant who's like setting up the meeting with the big boy who's going to buy the coke, he is speeding in his car with a test bag that he got from Clarence, getting his dick sucked.
Yeah.
Speeding in the Hollywood Hills.
Fucking cop pulls him over.
Yeah, for speeding. And he's fighting with this girl to like, he's like, "You need to hold this, hold the bag.
Hide the coke.
They're not going to search you. I'm the one speeding. They're going to search me." And she's like, "Fuck you. I'm not holding your fucking coke."
Yeah.
Smart girl, by the way.
Yeah, duh.
Don't ever hold someone's bag.
No drugs.
Don't hold anyone's anything.
Yeah.
If they're telling you to hold it, it's because no one should be holding it.
But she makes a little oopsie.
She smacks the bag, and it goes
yeah.
all over him.
Like 5 grams of cocaine or more.
Literally like his whole face and torso
over. Yeah.
Powdered like powder sugar.
And he like looks up at the cop right as he walks up. Hi.
So he's got to wear a wire.
Yeah. Now he's a rat.
He gets turned by 2 ridiculous cop characters.
Yeah, they are extremely. They're a lot, but I like them.
I like them. They're comedic relief, but they are a bit ridiculous. They're like. When I was in high school, I would have played a cop this way.
Yeah, definitely. Especially that cop in like the 80s like that. Or
he's got like suspenders and they're like slamming the table.
Hey,
we got to get the collar.
As long as I get that bus, that's all I care about.
It's so like, it's very Reservoir Dogs.
For sure.
You know, heightened dialogue. Let's just say it's that.
Yeah.
But The operation is as follows. The assistant will wear a wire during the meeting between Clarence, Alabama, and this Hollywood producer trying to sell the coke. All we need from you is get him to say he's buying it on tape.
Yeah, and then we'll storm in, sting operation, classic.
It's so easy.
Yeah. Is it?
Here's what they don't know.
Yeah.
There are gangsters, Italian gangsters. It's a third party that no one is aware of. They're also coming to this party.
They are. Quickly.
And this Hollywood producer has two Russian goons named Boris and someone else.
Yeah, who
and they
cares?
both have submachine guns.
And they fucking hate cops.
It's like the cops come in after they like get the bust on wire and they're like, everybody freeze, blah, blah. A lot of screaming.
Yeah,
a
but
little
the
too much
full
screaming.
the showdown.
Everyone's got a gun out, and these two Russian goons pull their submachine guns out. They're like, we could kill every last one of you, and you know it. You put your guns down, and we're in a standoff now. And the producer's like, what are you doing, Boris? There's your cops. Put them down. He's like, there's one thing I didn't tell you. I fucking hate cops.
That was so just out of the blue. I couldn't believe it.
It's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
So we've got a standoff between the producer's goons and the cops.
And Clarence is in the bathroom talking to Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis has come back.
Yeah.
He says, I love you, man. Always have. Always will.
I love him all.
Come on, mama. Let's go get that money.
Go get that bag.
It's so funny.
Yes.
And then from the other side of the room,
Yeah.
the gangsters come in the back entrance.
Yeah. We have now a 3-way standoff between goons, police, and gangsters.
And something happens where, like, the assistant lets it slip that he knows the cops and that he's wearing a wire. And then the producer overreacts in the moment and starts throwing, like, hot tea in his face.
Yeah. And like it gets on one of the cops, and the cop's just like, oh.
The cop treats it like he just pulled a gun on him.
Yeah.
The cops shoot first, and then the goons shoot, and then the gangsters shoot, and it's like a big shootout.
I mean, yeah, probably like 1,000 bullets are expended or something like that. You know?
They're shooting the pillows, and feathers are like flying
just
in the air.
ascending, dude. Just like, I mean, these are all down pillows, so they're all just being shredded and.
And then someone throws the suitcase of blow, and then the gangster shoots the case, and then it's cocaine in the air.
Yeah, it's
with
just
the
this
feathers. It's
big,
like powdery
white party. Yeah,
everybody is just jumping,
dying,
throwing, shooting. Clarence gets grazed.
Oh yeah,
in the eyebrow, but doesn't get shot in the head. Like it's not. There's no penetration.
Yeah, it's just a quick off the side.
All the gangsters die except one that makes it to the lobby with a hostage.
Happens to be the perfect distraction, too.
It's important because it acts as cover for them to escape. One cop is like basically the last man standing in the room.
Yeah.
And he shoots the last
goon.
The goon.
Boris.
Yeah. He shoots Boris in his head for killing another cop.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And fucking Bama, dude. She's just like, no.
Yeah. Alabama kills the cop.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
She's a badass. She's a cop killer. She also killed James Gandolfini's character in the hotel.
Yeah. We blew past that. But yeah.
She's a badass. She takes a beating from like a 6'4" goon.
Yes, that I also did not like that part of the movie, but I just don't like watching women get beat. That's what made me uncomfortable.
It's not great to watch, but I think it's relevant. It's a cool scene in the sense that it establishes her resilience.
Absolutely. And just the no way was she going to say a word about Clarence.
Yeah, she's a fucking tough cookie.
Ride or die,
She's taking a beating and she's not talking.
And like flipping him off the whole time.
Yeah,
and all this
taunting
shit.
him.
Yeah.
And then she waits for the right opportunity. She like stabs him in the foot with a corkscrew, beats him over the head with a toilet, like the back of a porcelain toilet.
Multiple times, and then shoots him and like
unloads a shotgun into his chest.
Yeah.
She's a badass, and no, I did not appreciate having to watch a woman get beat.
Yeah.
But the scene is pretty good.
And pertinent. You know, it's not like unnecessary.
It's important for the plots,
Yeah.
of course, but also just for the character development of Alabama. You just get to see how much of a badass she is.
Yeah, and she holds up again in the big fight later.
Kills a cop.
Then he's like coming awake, and she's stoked, and she drags him basically out the whole way, and they just they mosey right on out because everybody's focused on the hostage situation.
Everyone's dead,
and they take
all the cops downstairs are just focused on that one cop, and then they get away, and they go to Mexico.
Oh, the life before cameras.
Right.
They go to Mexico and they have a kid, and they lived happily ever after off of $200,000.
And they name the kid Elvis.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a pretty rock solid movie for me.
Yes. If you're a fan of Tarantino, of that style of sort of glamorized crime movies, like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, or like Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, or even like Leon the Professional, that Cinema du Look. This is in that lane, other than the terrible Hans Zimmer soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh, Hans, we've got to talk.
Like, that was just a true, not romance. True fucking failure, dude. Why?
But if you're a fan of that kind of movie, this is absolutely for you.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it is a fun movie, you know.
It's great. The dialogue is so fun. The scenes are outrageous and over the top. In a good way, in like a Hollywood entertaining way.
Yeah. It's never like too much.
I will say that, like, if I had to nitpick, and I say I'm nitpicking here, but beyond the music, I think there is a lot of shouting in this movie, like too loud of excitement and talking and yelling over each other, and like the microphones can barely handle like the decibel level, and you're getting into that like almost clipping stage of audio.
I was gonna say the mixing does seem a little strange. Like there were some times where it got unnecessarily loud.
It gets loud and it can get annoying in that sort of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia style, where like, okay, everyone in this scene is yelling right now, and I can't focus on.
It's just chaos.
So there are some chaotic scenes, but really, they're not that many.
No.
And overall, the dialogue's actually very well paced and acted and
written.
It's
everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like you said, I would have given this a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
If the soundtrack was better.
Yeah, dude.
For me, I'd say it's still an 8, but I can fully understand it being a 7 because of the tonal failure.
I mean, it really messes with how I'm looking at the scenes. Like, it actually detracts from... Like, I can't take the scene seriously, for one. Like, especially, what really hit me the most was that father-son scene. That one was just like, this is the most out-of-place music I've ever heard in a show.
Really.
At all.
And it's not just that it takes you out of the scene. But it's trying to force you to feel something that you should not be feeling based on what you're watching.
It truly doesn't make sense.
It's a miscarriage of justice, and I will not stand.
Is Hans Zimmer Sicilian, bro?
He's got 17 micro expressions, and you're telling me nothing, but you're showing me everything. It's all on your face. You don't even got to say a word.
Yeah, those are stellar Christopher Walken.
He's literally just in one scene.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best scenes in the movie.
Absolutely.
He really steals the show.
Was that one guy supposed to be Blue Lou?
Blue Lou was never pictured.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't know if that was supposed to be one of the gangsters in the
Blue Lou is too big to be chasing coke around the country.
Yeah.
He sends this guy, who then also never leaves New York. He sends his guys. So the big players are like not actually that interested in doing this themselves.
Yeah, it's a little coke.
Like I said, I haven't killed someone myself since 1984. But you called Sicilians half black, and now I gotta shoot you in the head.
Gotta die. That's crazy. So it's so wild. The idea of meeting someone and getting married the next day.
Oh yeah.
That's like a truly scary thought. I just don't.
A woman from Florida named Alabama who is a prostitute you marry the next day that you meet her. It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
But it's true love. That's Tarantino's way of establishing the height and validity of their love. Mm-hmm. Is that despite all of these exigent circumstances, it will persevere
through all of that. Yeah,
she will kill cops for you, bro.
Ride or die, dude.
And he will kill your pimp. That's love, dude. If I kill your pimp, we're getting married.
Dude, we're getting married.
Technically, he killed the pimp after they had already gotten married.
True. Yeah, he did say that. She's my wife.
Yeah, he's like, Alabama's my wife. And then Drexel's like, if she's your wife, we're basically like related, bro. It's like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Do brothers always fuck the same people? That's not how it works.
Pretty sure that's not how
You're
it works at all.
You're not related. Maybe he's talking Eskimo bros.
There we go. The only other thing I thought was interesting was just him using the same Elvis lines on both ladies. That was pretty silly.
He has like a script that he tries on different women.
Yeah, for sure.
And
what about
why
you?
do you think that women want to hear you talk about Elvis?
And not the music part.
Elvis's acting
abilities. Yeah.
I wanted to mention that Tarantino goes out of his way to make every scene have something to do with like movies. He's a huge movie nerd.
Absolutely.
He was working at a movie rental store.
I think like right up before this.
Yeah.
I think
he was writing these movies, I think, while working at a movie rental store.
He just talked about that on that episode I was telling you about.
And Christian Slater's character, Clarence, works at a comic book store.
Yeah.
And he's clearly modeled after Tarantino. And this is clearly Tarantino's fantasy of like, what if a woman walked into my life and we fell madly in love together and we went on a cocaine adventure to Hollywood. And there are so many references to classic Hollywood movies in this movie. It's very meta.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's self-referencing all of its own influences.
Yeah.
People are going out of their way to to quote movies, to talk about movies.
Mm-hmm. Constantly.
You even end up in Hollywood with a movie producer who is playing his new movie during the scene. It's like,
is that a real movie?
I think it's a fictional movie.
Gotcha.
Coming home in a body bag.
Yeah, I was like, I've never.
But the characters in the scene claimed it was second only to Apocalypse Now as a Vietnam War movie. But yeah, it's just notable. I thought it was fun. Tarantino just can't help himself.
No.
Everything is about movies. And it's just super nerdy. And it's reflected in the fact that this character won't shut up about Elvis. He's got that scripted little monologue he tries on women about
so crazy
about live fast, leave a pretty corpse.
Yeah.
You know, Elvis just is rockabilly. He's so rockabilly.
Rockabilly, bro.
Like women want to hear you talk about how rockabilly Elvis is, bro.
I don't think the word rockabilly is ever going to be a positive word to say to a woman. I think that's
the right woman, man.
Straight, I guess so.
You find your true romance and you can rockabilly on out here.
I'm okay.
Yeah, he tries it on the first woman and she rejects him. He tries it on Alabama and she humors him because she's paid to be there.
Yes.
But that in no world would that like work for real.
No, that's crazy.
No,
there's no true romances where people get married in a day, and they definitely don't last if they do.
But yeah, you know, it's a fantasy movie.
Yeah.
It's Tarantino's fantasy about being a handsome man who can slay pimps and sell coke and live a fantastical crime-addled life next to a beautiful woman
and get away
LA.
in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid fucking movie, man. Glad we watched it. It's a must watch.
It is a must watch. Plug your ears during the musical sequences.
Yeah.
But not if you're going to miss the dialogue.
Good luck.
Do you think there's got to be AI algorithms that could like cancel out the marimba? Can we like run this file through an AI and have it like phase cancel an anti-marimba track in there to like just mute the marimba?
That shouldn't have to be.
And then I can just soundtrack it again with like my own music.
That shouldn't have to be.
If you know of software that will make this capable, please leave it in the comments.
Yes, and don't forget to like and smash that bell.
Smash my bell.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, that's all I got.
This has been another episode of Quiet in the Back.
Shh.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
As
and,
always.
Listening to the very end and liking and subscribing and sharing with your friends, because word of mouth is the only way we are going to get to Hollywood.
Yeah, we got to get there.
Our $500,000
we
of
need
cocaine in
a true romance.
We have a true bromance, but we need a true romance.
Let's go.
With Hollywood producers.
And cocaine.
And assistants. And dirty cops.
Goons. Boris. We need our own Boris.
Help us get a Boris.
That's right. And thanks for watching.
Love you guys. Bye.
What is this music? Does it seem like it fits? Who would choose it? Is their brain full of shit? The tone is all wrong and I don't sense a match. I think it's time to fire your producer, in fact. This was a screenplay that was sold for the cash. Tarantino's real first movie, if anyone asks. He used the money to make Reservoir Dogs. True romance is the reason for everything. It's a true romance. It's the real thing. If Elvis tells you to do it, then you do it. Let's go watch a kung fu movie. Oh, you're Sicilian? I think we should talk. You know Italians used to have the small cock. If you know history, then you know the facts. If you're from Sicily, then you are part black. Oh wow, you're funny, just look at me laugh. I'm a gangster, and I'm here for the stash. You're playing games and I don't think that it's cute. Now inside your head I will shoot. It's a true romance. It's the real thing. If Elvis tells you to do it, then you do it. Let's go watch a kung fu movie. It ain't white boy day, but Drexel's the goat. White boy with dreads and he's doing the most. Gary old man, he might have the best scene. This is what my peace of mind is worth. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more and nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more and nothing less. It ain't white boy day, but Drexel's the goat. White boy with dreads and he's doing the most. Gary Oldman, he might have the best scene. This is what my peace of mind is worth. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more and nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more.